I'm Heather, and I've come here to talk to you today about something that I'm pretty passionate about. I started when I was pregnant, and it helped me out a lot. But I have a question first, though. Have you ever woken up cranky or with a cramp in your neck and you're just so moved? Well, I know I have. I actually did it this morning. And if I don't do my daily stretches in the morning when I wake up, it's just not going to be a good day. I just know I'm going to be in a foul mood, or just nothing's going ball humble-ish, you know. So not only do these stretches help me out and keep me from being sore or tense, it also helps me from not triggering a migraine, because I have really bad migraines. So what I do is I try to wake up every morning and start my yoga session, where I do different parts of my body every day, and especially the ones that are hurting me the worst. And that's why I chose today to speak with you about yoga, because I'm so passionate about yoga now. And I love going to my yoga sessions and just the day melting off of you after you complete it. So it's not just good for your body, but it's also good for your mind and your soul. It will help improve your mood, your health, and just your overall well-being. Now, one way that yoga helps is by improving your mood, and it will help reduce stress and anxiety, level out your hormones, and also help you fight depression. Now, stress and anxiety are extremely common in all of us. With just a few stretches, you can actually start to feel calmer and less stressed, kind of just melting away. And then some of the poses that can actually help you with stress and anxiety. One of them is called the fish pose. And that one, you're kind of laying down on the ground and you try to lift yourself up with your head. And it stretches out your spine and your neck, and it just really relaxes those muscles that hold your spine together. And sometimes the root of our stress and anxiety, it can affect our mood, but so can our hormones. And yoga can definitely help level out those hormones. And at times our body, has trouble regulating those hormones, and our imbalanced hormones can give us a hard time sleeping or even make us age faster. So yoga will help. Your hormone will benefit your hormonal health by regulating secretions that your glands release, by putting tiny amounts of pressure on those glands over and over again, and that helps regulate the secretions. And that's according to the ageology.com. Also, it helps, like poses like the rabbit pose, the cobra pose, or the camel pose, which is a little above my grade. The camel pose is kind of complex, but it helps nonetheless. It helps with hormonal imbalances. So whether you're stressed out, you're anxious, or you're just having some imbalances there, yoga can definitely be like hitting a reset button and easing your mind and your body as a whole. Now, along with leveling out hormones and stress and anxiety, it also helps with fighting depression. It's beneficial to people suffering from stress and depression and anxiety. So it must be helpful for depression. It gets you up and moving. It gets your blood pumping, your heart going. It lowers your blood pressure. It allows you to just breathe through the situation. And by doing all that, it in return can make you be in a better mood, make you motivated. I know after a workout I feel good. I feel motivated, like I can keep going. And so like poses like downward dog, where you make kind of like a triangle with your body on the floor. And then the big toe pose, where you bend over and you grab your big toes. Or some people even will go up and hold their foot with just their big toe and be kind of like that. Now, it does help lower your blood pressure, and in return it will help improve your mood. Your mental health is not all that it'll help improve, though. Of course, like I said, it's your overall physical health and well-being. Now, along with all those other things, it helps improve your overall health. Now, by helping with inflammation and chronic pain, it also helps improve your posture and your heart health. And by doing so, inflammation and chronic pain is, well, it's just that, it's a pain. And it can hinder us from doing our jobs, or even just the simplest things like getting out of bed in the morning. That's definitely something that I suffered with as well, was chronic pain. And so getting up and doing those exercises and stretching those muscles that give me problems every day definitely helps. It helps me be able to be limber and not tensed up all the time. Now over time, over time yoga can help those areas of your body that are hurting the most. And to help, there are plenty of poses that you can do to actually help with chronic pain. But some of them are like the standard forward fold, which is basically touching your toes. And then the supine twist, which is when you just lay on the ground and you move your hips. You try to touch your knees to the ground and move your hips back and forth. And little moves like that can help with hip pain and pain in your back. And sometimes it really is just the best medicine, just to be able to just stretch. Now, as far as posture is concerned, there are several benefits to using yoga to help improve your posture, because poses like the wide leg forward fold and the cow facing pose, they open up your chest. You have your arms behind your back, and you're opening all this up. So in return, it's going to help you stand up taller and keep your shoulders back and your spine nice and straight. Now, along with your posture and your health, it also helps improve your heart health. It helps improve your circulation and get your heart pumping. It stretches and it will make you sweat and get your heart rate up. So in return, it can be like cardio, making your heart working out that muscle. Now, this form of exercise also helps lower numerous factors that contribute to heart disease, like cholesterol, blood pressure, and inflammation. And it will also help you improve your flexibility and balance. Now, naturally, over time, if you start doing yoga, you will absolutely improve your flexibility and your balance. And I've never been able to touch my toes even before I was pregnant. And now that I'm able to do yoga and practice it very confidently, I'm able to touch my toes. Now, I wake up in the morning sometimes not able to do it, but if I just breathe through it and start stretching, my hands will be on the ground. And that to me was a big deal, because I've never been able to do it before. So another one of the reasons why. And then also I couldn't get out of the floor after I had my son. I had a C-section, so I had rock bottom at that point. And I was like, I've got to find a way to be able to get up out of the floor and be able to take care of my son if I had to sit down on the floor. So it was just unacceptable to me. I wasn't going to accept that I was not able to do that. So I got up and I started practicing some yoga after I had my son, and naturally, like I said, I was able to overcome that and not have to struggle or have help to get out of the floor. And lastly, it actually helps improve your breathing too. The opening of your chest and some of the moves that you do that will actually open up and lengthen your neck so where you can get a better breath. It helps you regulate your breathing, because you're constantly breathing and practicing. You're breathing out when you go up, or breathing down, breathing in when you go up and breathing out when you go down. And it helps you work out those muscles that are a part of your respiratory system. So those little muscles that probably aren't getting worked out unless you do these breathing exercises. So it overall will improve your breathing as well. So even if you don't do yoga every single day, you can still benefit from it, especially for your mood, your health, your overall quality of life. Like me being able to get up out of the floor, it definitely made me much happier about myself. And and then if yoga is practiced individually and it allows you to grow at your own pace and sweat a little too. Namaste. Thank you.
Good job.
All right, just one more, okay? This one's 3 minutes. Can you start that over? Like stop it and start it over. You want me to do it?